Well, hello. Welcome to Wednesday night, Kev. How you doing, boo?
I'm making it. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I know we making it today. Hey, everybody. Hey, Rhonda. I saw a few people pop into the room. Listen, everybody's here because we all watched, Real Housewives of Potomac this week. Um, Overall, how are you feeling, Kev?
About the episode?
Mm-hmm.
It was entertaining. It gave me what I needed. It was entertaining.
Listen, I felt like I was about to start fighting. I was like,
On behalf of who?
let me calm
On
down.
behalf of who? Who?
Last week I was lenient on Candice.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This week I cannot.
On account of her mother, you was lenient on because you felt like the call was coming from inside the house, and you felt like her mom was a hater, so that's why you was
Her
on
mom is a
Candace's
hater.
side.
Her mom is a hater.
So you on
Like, I feel
Candace's
bad
side.
for her.
But this episode, who you want? You said you wanted to fight someone. Who were you fighting for, Erica?
I feel like, okay, let's just get to it. Let's just cut the fat. Hey Maurice, hey Rhonda. I feel like this trip is yet again another setup. It is a mess. It's a disaster. You ain't tell me my little choker had came down, kid.
I didn't know it was a choker.
Yeah, it was, I try to be a little fashionable. Oh, I'm sorry, we in our bed clothes tonight, y'all. And I try to give it a little pizzazz.
Oh, well, you look very comfy, cozy. I like it.
You do too. You look like you're going to shoot for Fenty. Is that Savage?
Yes, it is.
You look like you about to be in the show. I ain't gonna tell you to stand up because Lord knows what is underneath there, honey. It's probably really the same. Oh, it better not be a fire in that house.
I really cannot.
I'm gonna be like, Kev, get up. But then when you get up, I'll be like, okay, everybody, he's about to stand up. There it is. But yeah, this week I struggled. I feel like still from what we know about Mia, her history with her mother, I just really feel like that's kind of like off limits, but that's what she brought to the show. But I think Candice is just being she's being a bit much.
You think so?
Yeah.
I feel like Candice is being Candice. She's being Candice.
I feel like Candice, but then here's my issue Here's my issue. When I talk about Candice and how she acts, hey, Star Barbara, hey. And when we get on and we talk about her actions, I think this is the episode that proved why Candice was kind of dragged like a little baby doll last season. I feel like her mouth is so dangerous. And that's
really?
That's why.
Yeah, really? I mean,
yeah.
I have been in,
Here we go.
I have been in the midst of arguments that have gone, several arguments in my life that have gone like that. It didn't escalate to the point of fighting, but
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. In the come on now. Hey, Christina. Hey, sorry, Christina. Listen, because Kevin is trying not to understand people who have a mouth like that.
I feel like asking. We all can have a mouth. I've had a mouth like that before in an argument before. I don't feel like it was grounds for me to get popped in the mouth.
I do not believe that. You were talking about this person's mother who clearly has had addiction issues.
The mother thing is is out of bounds. That's definitely out of bounds. Now that's reason to fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
so what you thought I was talking about?
I don't know.
I just feel like this episode is triggery to a lot of people, depending on how you look at your parents. And here comes this grown tail woman that just lets me know she needs to learn. Thank you, Christina. Thank the mouth. It's just too much. She's like, your mother.
Okay. So aside from her mentioning the mother, because I agree with you, the mother was, a point of contention. Aside from that, before she mentioned the mother, was the mouth a problem? I felt like no.
Yes, her mouth is always a problem. No, she is. Shout out to Sora Karen. She's not on here yet, but she's like a chihuahua, and I love dogs. I really do. But would I own a chihuahua? I don't know, because they get I know my baby, he do his little bark when he want to. However, this is a grown tail woman who is saying things that she knows will get her popped.
Are triggery.
Yeah, it's very trigger. And she knows it. Because she even said to me, you need to learn how to fight. You need to learn how to handle your argument. Why? Because I'm getting at you.
You know what? Maybe that's why I have, maybe that's why I have a soft spot for Ken. I feel like I have said those exact words in an argument before.
But I don't understand how you feel for somebody like that.
I saw no qualms with it until the mother came up. Like I had no.
But was it worth all that energy though, Kev? Do you think Candice's argument is worth all of that energy? Let's just start there, because in her argument, she's like, "Your mother this and your mother that." Honey, your mother is a hater, and that is sad. To me, that is extremely sad. So the energy that she has towards Mia. She could have easily been like, girl, don't talk to my mom about my marriage. Bye. Because she's not sticking to the facts.
She did say that.
But she didn't stick to that fact. She did not. She keeps harping on, my mother. And I don't know why she keeps talking about her mother as though Mia was coming against her and her mother. It was very strange. You know what that is? I hate to say it, because I've dealt with a lot of little people energy, and I'm not talking about little people, just short women energies. No offense, some of y'all, if y'all on here every week with us, I go through this, but it's almost like that middle school attitude. And she doesn't know how to communicate. So once she get a little wind beneath her wing, she just start acting up, cutting up, saying all kinds of stuff, and then that's when you need to get. Hold on, Tucker acting up. Tucker! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But here goes Christina. She's always exerting way too. Thank you! She's just She's just doing way too much. She's doing way too much. Y'all are laughing at Tucker. Y'all need to come get him.
I feel like she's doing her job. And I agree with her when we got to the argument part where she was saying Mia is basically a status queen and is flaunting her things. Like, to me, that was a character flaw for Mia.
But how is it affecting other people? Oh, he done ran up the steps. There you go. But how is it affecting other people? All of them are rich. All of them have money. Well, we know Candice doesn't, because she can't pay her husband. Candice, she must not be rich because she cannot pay her husband.
Oh, so you say she cannot pay her husband? Is that what you're saying?
She's choosing not to, and she needs to fire him and use her money.
Does that mean that she can't pay him?
I don't know. She needs to get a real manager. I actually feel bad for her husband at this time. He is representing a pure psychopath. He doesn't know what he's doing, and he's representing a psychopath. Like, just because somebody is your husband does not mean that he can handle your business. Some men can, but not in her case. First of all, let me stop. Christina said she's a victim of verbal abuse and her mother, and being caught in crossfires of her parents. Come on now.
Christina, I can agree with that, but I don't know. I have a soft spot for Candice, and
you would not be friends with me if I was like Candice. You probably would be friends with me because of the way I would embarrass myself in public. Because you know how you be like, oh, let me go
I
see
don't.
this shit.
No. I just everybody has their own. Everybody's not perfect. Everybody has their own flaws. Yes, is she a little bit immature? Is she a little bit toonish? Is she a little bit teenage?
Wait a minute. Did you say toonish?
Yes.
Now, when we talk about toonish, it's not in this manner. What do you mean by toonish in this way?
Toonish. You know, she acts animated. Extra.
Okay, because when we talk about toonish in our free time, is when people have a certain look about them.
She has the toonish look as well. She does have a toonish look, but I love her. I mean, I still got love for Candice. And I know all of these housewives have their flaws. Just like I still have love for Giselle too. She's doing her job.
Giselle needs to be dragged by her. Anywho, listen.
Giselle wasn't even on. Giselle was not on or featured on this episode.
You're right. Thank God.
But we did get 2 new characters. We got to see a little bit more of Gordon, who's Mia's husband, and Dre, Skylar's husband. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
Hold on. Hey, Sarah Tiffany. Listen, I know I've been hearing about Married at First Sight, so I'm gonna have to tiptoe over there. But she said, but Candice's mouth is reckless, and I wish Mia would put her big foot on her neck. I'm telling you.
Okay. Like on that note, what is with the Bigfoot thing? Is that I'll ask you since you're is that a negative? Is that a negative?
No, because Mia handles it beautifully.
As a woman, is that an insult for somebody to say you got big feet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I didn't get the point of that.
No. I mean, I just saw it as that's just a point of contention for Candice. Well, she thinks that she's coming at Mia, but Mia is like, girl, I'm a bombshell. And you over there, you just a little baby stick of dynamite wishing that you could blow up. I
mean, so if somebody said that you got big feet, it would not hurt your feelings.
No, because I don't have big feet. I actually have little short stubby toes.
But
I do wear a large. I wear a 10 or an 11, but I have these little stubby toes.
If you got an argument with somebody and they said with your big ass feet at the end of it,
I'd be like,
what would your reaction be?
Okay. That's what Mia did. Mia was like,
would you even look down at your feet?
Yeah, I'd be like, look at them. They cute. I'd be like, okay, that's not going to stop me from nothing. Like, yes, my sides go quick at 9 West. I got to hurry fast, but just because you wear shoes from the Baby K doesn't, I mean, what you.
Yeah, I was confused by that. That's why I asked.
She's trying to bottom Mia out, but Mia is so okay with her past and who she is, it doesn't even matter. Mia was like, oh, I'd have been like, listen, because she just called her a hoe over and over, a prostitute. I mean, she reminds me of a middle schooler.
Are you saying that Candice's insults were not landing?
No.
Okay.
Because she sounded like a middle schooler. Like, you know how you just have the dozens and then you are just really trying to break somebody down. That's Candice. She's an adult doing that. But what I am learning in real life, there are a lot of people who try to do that in many ways, shapes, or forms. They just want to break you down really bad.
Really bad.
But the way my God is set up, hallelujah. Somebody throw the tambourine in the comments. Okay, here go Rhonda. She loved her pirate sister, Giselle.
Why she got to be a pirate?
Because she went to Hampton. They're the pirates.
Oh, okay. As a part of the Big Feet Club, it was almost like that's the best you got. That was what. Yeah, I'm part of the Big Feet Club too. Like, I don't understand. But I don't know. I asked from a female's perspective because that's never, nobody has ever made fun of my feet. Like, you got some big ass feet. Like, okay. aside from me, I make fun of my own damn feet.
We have had a lot of talk about your feet on this podcast.
Not the size though, is what I'm saying. The size of my feet is not an issue.
No.
You holding in the laughter because you have focused on the feet a lot. It's on the internet, so I remember. It's out there.
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, so we've addressed Candice. We'll probably come back to it over and over again. Can we please talk about Mia's husband, Gordon? He was making me have the hives. I had the itches watching him. Like, oh, he was.
Why?
I don't know how she does it. My goodness. Like, I don't know how she lay up with. Oh, I mean, because as he was like, and I was just like,
I think he was a good time. And from my perspective, I wasn't looking at it like, oh my gosh, Mia has to deal with that. I was looking at
that's exactly what I thought.
I'm because she the one who got to sleep with him, not me. I'm not thinking about that. Like, I don't give a damn. Like, but he was a good time. I felt like you always need somebody at a party to be a lot drunker than you. You'll get the joke when you listen to the story time from this week. You always need somebody at a party to be drunker than you as your baseline, because you can be like, I'm not real drunk because I'm not there. I still got control over myself till I get. But you always need somebody as entertainment to watch the whole time, and I think he filled that void. So I liked him. I liked his energy.
Okay. Yeah. I just think from a woman's perspective, like my sister Christina said, it's the G-Wagon. I was sick. Because, I mean, it was just giving me pawpaw vibes. And I was like, he's just a nasty pawpaw. And it was just.
When you say G-Wagon, do you mean that conversation?
He was talking about get the G-Wagon. I know he was. I don't know why they had the conversation with the car dealership about a vehicle for her. I mean, now that was flaunting of wealth. Okay, that was clearly flaunting of wealth. However, I was repulsed by that point. Like, if I was there, I probably would have thrown up, because it was just giving me, here I go. It is what it is. Crusty, hairy, nasty old man ball vibes. Ugh!
Yeah.
Whoa, I was just like, yuck.
Okay, I hear you. I received that. But on the same token, you ain't got to sleep with him, so why does it matter?
It don't matter, but he was giving sexual energy that nobody wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
You didn't have to see it. You didn't have to receive it. You can leave the message.
How could you not? It's because it wasn't coming your way. Okay, ladies in the comments, please tell me how you really felt, because was I the only one sitting there literally gagging? Like, I mean, just this old man was just killing me. He was nasty. I mean, you could be a young man and make people feel like they want to throw up. You really can. You could be.
What in particular? What was the moment? Do you have one that you remember where you wanted to vomit?
I mean, as soon as he got going, I knew it was gonna be bad when he said, "Yeah, let's get another shot," and I was like,
He was just trying to have a good time. I had no qualms with that.
Yeah,
what is the vomit tipping point for you? Tell me.
When he went like this, and I was just like,
that was a bit much. That was a bit much. The stimulation, but
and all I could think about was low-hanging, disgusting, crusty old man ball. I don't know why I couldn't get. I was just like, Mia, girl.
That's her cross to bear. That's her burden. It's not yours.
It doesn't matter. It's, for example, what if I fixed you a piece of chicken and squirted?
He's always got to be with a damn meal.
I gotta do this to you. What if I fixed you a meal or showed you what I was fixing? I was squirting all kinds of sauces and stuff on it, and be like, "This is for you." Look at your face. But that's not your burden. But it's disgusting, right?
But you heard the key word. You said this is for you.
But let's say I'm over here and I'm talking to somebody else, but I'm
gonna be like, Erica, I'll call you back. I'm just gonna exit. I'll call you back. I don't need to be on here.
See, look at Tiffany. She said I wanted to vomit, honey, when he was simulating pulling his dog.
I guess.
But Tiffany giving you love. She said Kevin's right. Mia got to deal with the embarrassment. Honey, I'm not even thinking about the embarrassment is tall enough of an order. But he must have a lot of money. But maybe she just genuinely loves him. Maybe she loves that Paul look in his eyes. I mean, and she's a little bit older than we are. Is she all right? Is she like 37? I feel like I heard her say 37.
I feel like she said that. I don't feel like I necessarily believe that, but I think that she did say that she's, in her late 30s.
So if she's 37, she's around our age. And
she could be. I wasn't there. I wasn't there at her birth.
I mean, she could. I mean, everybody in our age group starts to, change,
Yeah.
I just feel like, yuck. All right, Tiffany, listen. Oh, Rhonda. Oh, my gosh, Rhonda. Listen, we just need to continue to have a war cry for us to all continue to look so good at our ages. Because I still get hit on by 20-somethings, and that is crazy to me. Rhonda looks like she's like 28, for real, no joke, But the fact that I'm still getting hit on by 20-somethings, I feel like I look at least 30. I give it 31. Why are you so quiet, Kevin? You don't agree?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say anything. I feel like you give strong 30. Yeah. I feel like you give 30.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, Tiffany. He when Gordon is drunk, he is giving us okay, so everybody does not believe she is 37.
That's just off of my eyes, though. I could be blind. I don't know.
I think it's because of the depletion in her skin. She has.
No,
I think she has something
going
on in her skin.
Even with her skin, we know people our age that look their age that don't have the best skin, myself included. So,
I didn't even wrap you in that.
I'm just saying. I don't feel like that's an excuse. I feel like you look whatever. Age is different from the skin is one thing, but your age.
But how you feel and how you feel is another. I agree. Yes, Rhonda. Yes. Okay, y'all. You between Rhonda and Tiffany, they're killing in the comments. Pretty skin is always a keeper, so that's why you the youngest hit on you. Yes. Yes. All right. Okay, she said, "Nah, Mia is lying."
I believe so. I think she is, but hey.
Okay, so let's move on. Zinwin, I think her husband showed up so nice during this episode. He came on with a nice, clean haircut. He was giving you just, I liked his whole look. I like this whole look.
Just is what he was giving you. Okay.
He was giving me. Hold on. It's because listen, when you are Aggie, I had to give it to her, and you pretty, it's gonna be like that sort of Tiffany. It's just like okay. I had to give her love real quick. Because, Kev ain't giving nobody no kind of love in the comments.
What you mean?
Kevin's just sitting there like,
I can't see the comments unless you put them up there on the screen.
You gotta choose comments on the side of your screen, Kev.
You know I can't. You know I can't. You know I cannot be doing all that.
Listen, sorry, Barbara, Aggie too, and she. Listen, I heard Bowie State Homecoming was this past weekend, and I heard y'all was out there being cute. Y'all was getting them, okay? Y'all was getting them. Anywho, let me stop. I be done derailed this whole night talking to the ladies in the comments. Sorry, Kev.
You good.
Zinwin. First of all, can you please give me the sweater that she had on? What was it? It was just that quick. I forgot the brand she had on. It was very cute. It was like an orangey. Was it
Balenciaga?
Yeah, I would take that. Thanks.
You want me to give it to you?
That's right. My birthday is in January. We got time to, stack a whole lot of cash for it. It's probably like 2 days.
All right.
You're gonna give me a matching sweater from Tori. You're gonna be like, here you go. This is as close as I get. But wait a minute. She said, so something ain't right with Wendy. Clothed last season, naked this one. Either there's some truth to the rumors or being on the show is changing. Wendy definitely had a body job. She had her breasts and her bum done. So she is
around the world. It's called an around the world girl. That's what she got.
It's technically called a BBL.
Mm-hmm. Around the world girl. Mm-hmm.
She had a BBL. Okay, Zenwin. I feel like Zenwin has gone through some things this season. Like at first she was going head first at Mia. I feel like Mia, outside of Mia pretty much putting herself in the line of fire with the video shoot situation. She was at Mia's neck at first, and then when everybody started turning on her, she was then okay with Mia, Now she is full on going at it with Giselle and Robin. I don't know. I feel like we're seeing the authentic Zen this past episode. I don't know. How do you feel about that? I feel like she was cool.
I don't know. I felt like, so I was going to ask this too. I felt like because the spirit of, Giselle and Robin talked about how the invite was extended to them, and that's why they were saying that they weren't going to go to this trip. I felt like maybe Wendy maybe she got another look at the situation, and she was just like, yeah, she didn't want to say, no, I was wrong for inviting you in that manner. But, and she wanted them, I feel like she really did want them to come. I mean, if it's your event, you want people to be there. So rather than make an apology, I felt like the route that she had to go was this Zen-win route and say everything's going to be positive. I felt like it was a good wordsmith way to fix the situation. And apparently by the clips it worked, because it looked like they're coming next week, right?
I feel like production probably made them come, honestly, but it looks as though it doesn't matter. Candice is still going to be tragic. Look, wait a minute. Giselle criticized the invite after. Honey, listen. I think, and at first I was having major issues with Wendy at the beginning of this season. And I feel like Wendy had to take a step back and realize, okay, it doesn't pay to be, a bully. Okay.
You feel like that's what she was being? You feel like Wendy was being a bully?
I feel like she was being a little too much on Mia. And it was just a little, I feel like it was a little much. I feel like we're dealing with women who were stuck in their middle school days, and they come at people as though they're in middle school. We gotta hold on now. We got somebody. Hold on, I'm gonna give her a minute to get her life together. Somebody that enters into the room. Give me the hands up. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready, Johnny.
Do you feel like Wendy regretted the way that she invited
No,
Giselle and Robin?
no. And I
I feel like
wouldn't,
she
I would,
did.
I wouldn't regret it. No, she realized that she was being shady, and then she was like, "Let me just chill." I don't think it was regret because she doesn't like them. Hey, Johnny's, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Hear me?
Hey,
Hey
Yeah,
y'all.
we can hear
yes.
you. Hey, how you
Hey.
doing?
Hey. I'm alright. I'm good.
It's good
It's
to
good to
see you.
see you. Johnny's has been super mom, so she been busy, honey.
Girl.
Are you in your night clothes? We in our night clothes, or you just in your clothes that you got on?
No, I'm just in my coach's
Your regular.
shirt and
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Depending on
well
how
not my regular
tired you are,
clothes,
it
just my
might turn
coach's
into your
shirt.
night clothes. You might just fall asleep in it. So you never know.
So we're talking about. Did you get a chance to watch this last episode?
I did.
Okay, well, come on
Your
in. I
thoughts.
see
Okay,
Tiffany is
so
going in.
my thoughts. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump right in with Mia and um
Candice.
Candice.
Candice. Okay,
Hmm.
so yes. I don't know. I just feel like all is fair when you just like in an argument with somebody. Like I feel like Candice know exactly what to say to get under Mia's skin, and Mia is like like I feel like both of them are wrong. Like I feel like both of them are tit for tat. Mia's saying things and taking jabs at Candice, and Candice, she's taking jabs right back. So I don't feel like sorry for one over the other. I just feel like both of them are going at it. So I feel like that girl's getting on Candice though for talking about her mother, but they don't get on Mia for talk. I feel like, just because you talk about somebody mom or whatever, it's like, oh, you're talking about somebody's mom, but she's really not talking about her mom because she doesn't know her mom.
No, her
But
mom.
when you
Yeah.
say, oh, your mama, people just gonna,
Hmm.
be like, oh, this is, whatever. Now,
I
if she
think
knew her mom
Candice.
personally, then to me it's like a direct thing. Like you're talking about my mother, but just
Hmm.
saying somebody's mom, that's like what people do when you talking about it's like your mom. So be quiet. Like I don't know.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Right.
I don't feel like it's anything wrong with her talking about her mom only because she doesn't know her mother. Like she doesn't know like the backstory. And now, if she knew her mom personally and it was like she was directly talking about her mother, then to me that's a different thing than just saying your mom is a
Low budget.
cheat.
But she
Low
but
budget.
Zen
It was
went
just like a
Zen
comeback. It was just like a
but
Yeah.
good
Zen went
comeback.
but Zen Win told her in the room, y'all don't know the story
She
about her
didn't
mom.
give a damn though. She didn't give a damn.
Right. At that point she
But
didn't.
she did. But no. So at that moment, right? And so I
Mm-hmm.
can, I have to, just understand where you come from. However, at that point on the bed, she told her specifically, y'all don't know her mother has done this. She's trying to do that with her mother. So they told, crusty ass.
She still doesn't personally know
So,
her though.
but still, in that moment, she was given information. She was given
But
an
it wasn't no
insight, like
details. She didn't. She said, "I'm gonna wait for." She said, "I'm gonna
she
wait
was
for to
given
tell you guys."
she
Hmm.
was given information. So for me, I'm like, stick to the facts. If you wanna argue, just stick to the facts. Your video shoot was low budget. Your video shoot was subpar. It is what it is. What are we talking about here? Because you need a real
But
manager.
that's
But
that's the way that Candice argues
listen,
though. That's
listen,
the way
listen.
that she
If
argued.
if
Now
she
I
argue
agree
that
with you.
way,
Now I
but
agree
it
with
is
you.
what it
It
is.
was below the belt of her to talk about the mom, but I told you everything she said up until the mom. To me, I had no qualms with it. I have argued like that before. Sometimes when you argue with somebody, you don't give a damn. You're just saying whatever. You're just saying whatever,
I
and you're
just
letting it roll off your tongue. And if it
Right, she
rhymes,
is.
it's even
That's
better.
what Heavenly,
So
Dr. Heavenly do that. Dr. Heavenly quick
yes,
to say your
yeah,
mama.
yes,
Like some
yes.
people, I'm gonna tell you, even Nicholas, my son, that's his comeback. If somebody talking about him, he gonna be like, yo mama. Like that's just his
Hmm.
comeback. Like coming back with it. Even if I don't know your mama, it's your mama.
I feel like she needs to be. I feel like she just needs to be dragged. I feel like she knows.
But listen,
I mean, if she feels like that's the best strategy for her, honestly, I feel like in this moment, it's best that she's arguing with somebody like Mia. I think it's best she's arguing with Mia, who's kind of looking down at her nails, like, girl, like, okay, you just a rat.
But she probably wouldn't say that to the other girls because she actually know like their backstories with. Like, I
don't think it matters. I feel like
because in case why she haven't said that to what's her name,
Monique,
the one she called a Y body. You see what I'm saying? She didn't tell her.
They'll get back at it. They'll get back at it next week. They're gonna. I think that's what the next fight is gonna happen. But she and I feel like she's taking her energy levels are they're off. Like the way she's acting about this with Mia.
Too much? You feel like it's too much?
Yeah, it was just. I was like, it's not.
I love
it's serious. But I feel like it's too. You want to know how I know it's off? Because she was talking to her mother. Candice keeps saying, well, you my mother this and my mother that. I'm thinking myself, actually, yes, but she did nothing to Candice's mother. She did,
but she hasn't seen her mother sings. Like I think once she's seen her mother sing,
but
like
she did
TV,
nothing.
But
hold on, but wait, she did nothing.
But Erica, you be the main one saying, what can you do to your mama? You be the main one talking about how can you check your mama.
She did not. Hold up, Mia did nothing to Candice's mother. Okay,
right,
hold on.
But Candice don't know that.
Yes, she does, because she went over and Wendy went over and said she asked your mother how much was da. She did not say Candice's mother was this. She asked about the financials. If anything, this is how I know Candice is trash.com. This is why I know she's trash. Here is the facts. That was a direct blow to her freaking husband, not Candice's mother, not anything shade to Candice's mother. It's about her husband. I feel like that was a disrespect to her and her husband versus Candice trying to make it about her dirty, crusty mama. No offense, Lord Jesus. But anywho, that's how I know
I didn't think Candice was trying to make it about her.
But if you listen to the argument, Candice keeps saying, you come in my mother, because you come to my mother. And I'm thinking to myself, girl, you all backwards and wrong and acting this thing up to where it's way too much
at that point.
I think it didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Saying that she was talking about her mother. She was just saying it's the fact that you went to my mother and questioned her.
That's not what she said in the argument, though. That's why I was sitting there like, that's not what Wendy said to you. You're making it now about your mother and Mia in a manner where Mia came at your mother. Like now, if you go back and really listen to it, because I was sitting there like, this chick is really trying to play this up as it is a big deal with her mother, when it is actually an issue that she felt comfortable talking like that in a situation between her and her husband. That's how I know Candice is not about facts. She's just talking trash. Like it don't even make sense.
I'm gonna tell you why I have this point of view. I don't know. Again, it goes to my upbringing. Like I always told, like if you start something with somebody, like it's like if you start something with somebody, you don't know what's gonna come out their mouth. If you're gonna start something, you need to be prepared for what they say. Don't write a check that your ass can't cash. Like
exactly,
people are gonna come for you. Like even growing up, I have family members, they know, like, your mama might be doing this on drugs or whatever, and somebody across the street might know. What's the first thing that person gonna say? They're gonna come at you with, oh, that's why your mama this or that. When people do that, that's like you said, it is childish. I get it, but all of it's childish.
That's
to me, all of them being childish. But at that point, when they arguing like that, all of it's childish. So
I agree.
I just think that's.
I was saying both of I had no problem with the argument, but both of them had their flaws because Mia kept saying, what's that thing that she said when she said, I'm gonna call I'm gonna call these girls because y'all are dusty bitches or something like that.
You broke bitches,
hoes.
and guess what? She was called classes. She was called okay, and I'm sitting there like, okay,
But
like
that was her. But that was her tactic. That was her
But she
tactic.
and for me, I feel like what's her name?
Herself on that pedestal though, Mia do. But I'm like, honey, Mia, I got the same. My purse bigger than yours, honey. So you can't sit here and say all this stuff about these women up here. Like,
but to play devil's advocate, she just talking trash, right? Like she just talking trash, right?
Like, but that's what she always bring up. Oh, you don't have no business, or you don't have no money, you no budget. Like,
but Candice is low budget. Can we just agree that Candice was low budget?
About businesses, we on a fun trip. Why are we talking about business?
And to me, a scholar, she quiet with hers, but she stayed looking nice.
Yeah,
I feel like a scholar was putting herself. I wish a scholar would have just been quiet in that situation because it wasn't really. I just feel like it really wasn't the. It wasn't. I just feel like
that's how I feel.
But wait a minute.
But Erica, you got to think too. A lot of my hear stuff that we don't even hear.
I can't credit that. I can only talk about what I see on the show, right? Mm-hmm. But 1 minute you're saying, but this is the truth, but then you're saying, well, this is war. Y'all gotta lean in on what it really is, because if it's the truth we talk about, Candice is playing some type of stupid game that's making her look crazy. Okay, because I mean, for a lot of us, we watching this like.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm watching it like
going in and out for me, Erica. I'm sorry.
Am I going in and out, Kev, for you too?
I can hear both of y'all.
No, it's probably just my internet, honey.
I'm like, I'm just confused because I'm like, is it war or are we speaking the truth? Because if it's war, okay, but if it's truth, Candice
just wanted them to shut up. She just wanted them to shut the hell up.
I mean, I'm just not. But a scholar. I was just like, a scholar. Just let this. Just whatever.
I've been there. I have been like, what y'all arguing for? We just got here. Shut the hell up. My God.
Here go the birthday boy. Brandon, are you in the house? Are you willing? Are you?
Look, did y'all talk about me, a husband yet, y'all? Like he makes
when you came on.
We were just talking about him when you came. All right, so you give me your thoughts on that, Janice, because Erica just told all of us how repulsed she was by what's his name?
I could
Gordon.
never, ever
get on my level.
Ever. Honey, I couldn't even marry nobody like that. He's too much. That is too much. All that he was doing with the hand motions, and I mean, I was.
That's what she said too.
Even when you get
too.
drunk, you still know there's certain stuff you can't do. Come on now, unless you already just that comfortable just to do it anyways. Like, and then you could tell he was even getting on the fellas now. Cool, relaxed, all of them chill mode. You could even tell that he was getting on their nerves. Like they were looking at him like, bro, like what are you doing right now? Like you just doing too much. Calling the car dealership up again, showing that they got money. I feel like if you got it, you ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah. I feel like they just quick that was around. That was probably the most confusing and awkward part of the episode. I was like, what is going on? Like, why does everybody else have to be quiet for this? Why is this not happening in the room somewhere else? Like, why do we need to see this?
Because he knew what he was doing. He was trying to put on the show. And he just it was like
I just feel like it was
what are you doing right now?
I mean, I feel like that was just a little much.
A little much?
Staged.
It was a little much.
He's like call me at 12:20.
I just was like,
when we're filming.
It was very niggerish, is what I
call it. I can look like a baller. So I can look like a sugar daddy.
That's like when somebody sends themselves flowers on Valentine's Day.
Here we go. I just felt like it was a bit much.
That is not like giving somebody flowers on Valentine's Day. What are you talking about, Kevin?
He was trying to throw shade at somebody. That's what he was doing. It wasn't me. Rhonda, he talking about Biddle. He's talking about Biddle.
It was just odd.
Her husband was doing the most. I don't know. And then Mia was kind of like in between. Sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't.
Dan.
But her husband made me not like her even more. Like, you married this person, like, and you just make it seem like it's okay for him to talk to you that way. When she went back in that room, she was like, what did he say? Like, oh, it's okay. That's how we talk to each other. We tell each other to STFU. I just
feel like I feel like that was a bit much. Like her okaying how he was talking. I don't do too. First of all, everybody knows I don't do good with people talking crazy anyway. So I'd have been pushed my husband into the Chesapeake Bay. I'd have went ahead in the room, grabbed a little Chihuahua girl and dragged her out to Chesapeake Bay too. I'm telling you, now that we really think about it,
Chihuahua
last season,
girl?
Yeah.
Oh, Candice.
That's right.
I was trying to figure out who you were talking about.
And I'm sorry, Candice, now I see why she got dragged. I mean, the more and more she talks and the more and more she just, I'm like, yo, yeah, I can see it. It's getting clear to me now because she's just one of them girls.
I don't know. For me, I'm like, it takes more for me to want to drag you just because you said my mama is.
Me too.
I'm a drag you.
Me too.
I'm a drag you.
I still don't feel like it
because you don't know my mama. Like you just talking about something.
It don't matter. We just gonna drag you. Hey, Brandon. Hey, happy birthday, Brandon.
Happy you guys. I just got home, so
well, I'm gonna tell you, in my family, honey, you would have been fighting like every day because every time they got mad at you, honey, that was the first thing they went to was talking.
Listen.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Everybody handles it differently. However,
I see you now.
It is what it is. Okay, Brandon, you got a house full of people.
I do. I got my friends over there. Look.
Who we have over there?
I have Deanne, Andre, and
I think we have Deanne in the comments. I think we have Deanne in the comments.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Okay. All right. Hi, Deanne.
Watching.
Okay, now, Deanne. All right. Well, hey, y'all. Listen, we are talking about. Oh, y'all over there falling and everything, or is that? Here go Christina. She said, Oh, and she said, yes, and not being the same. And now she's the same person started messing, can't finish. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, come on, Tiffany. I know.
How much
we
y'all drag?
I'm the only one. I'm the only one who's. I'm the only one, and the ladies in the comments. Kev, Janice, they're like, oh, it's war. I'm thinking about stuff.
I just don't feel like it was worth fighting for. Is all I'm saying.
No, it ain't worth tossing no salad.
If you think she,
but she didn't throw the salad first. Candice threw lettuce first.
No, that's what I'm saying. Candice,
she should go ahead, Janice.
I was gonna say, Erica, do you think Candice should be dragging Mia? I mean, because Mia says to me just as hurtful things to her.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you asking my mama how much my husband getting paid, all now those different things like that's none of your business.
Some
women they can say, "I'll drag you because of that."
And she should have had that conversation. That's what I'm saying. So now we're on the same page of facts. Those are facts. Those are hardcore facts. But that's not the way Candice is going. It doesn't even make any sense.
But it might be facts. Mia might have some big ass feet. I don't know what.
But what that got to do with anything? What her feet are big.
It could be facts though, because I'm just saying because you're saying
jabs though. Those are just jabs. Like to me, you comparing jabs, like somebody saying your mama or your feet big, to this lady actually being in her personal business. Like Candice is not in Mia's personal business. But Mia's in her personal business. To me, what Candice is doing is just like Jazz.
No,
Candice.
Candice,
your mama.
Candice is digging. Candice is digging. No, Candice is digging. I hate to say this, and I hate to disagree with you. Candice is wanting her ass to be beat.
I feel like Candice is trying to make money off of everybody. She tried to sue and go after Monique. Now she's trying to go after Mia. She's trying to come up. He's hurting for money. Ain't nobody paying her no attention. She's an immature child, and I think she should be cut off the show. I said what I said. I'm standing by it.
To me,
wow.
Mia is just as immature as both of them.
Candice.
To me, that's
I
why.
don't think so.
Are you serious?
Y'all have anything?
Yes, I do.
What has Mia done?
She walked past him. Oh, let me talk to my rich friends because y'all
that's just sass. That's sass. She if that gets
to me,
if
that's
that
the same energy.
It's not the same energy.
If it was GDO, good vibes only, Wendy should have asked her to leave. And because it was not good vibes when she showed up.
Mia too.
Sorry.
Mia and her
No, Mia came in with love.
Yes.
Candice came in nasty as hell. So no.
Candice came in nasty?
Yes, she did.
Is that true?
Yes, she did.
No, I don't think so.
I don't
know. We were watching. We were watching two different shows. We were watching two. Candice came. The way that Ashley came in, stirred it all up.
Yep.
Candice came in there ready to stir. Even though they addressed it at the last event. So for me, once you have words with me about it, all right, cool. It's done. She came in and wanted a part 3 and 4 and 5. And I'm just like, so what Mia was giving her was, you know what?
But Candice was not even the one that brought it up. Wendy brought it up. Wendy was the one that brought it up.
And because she said these girls
they
are
were sitting on that bed.
Yes, and
these girls are mean.
I know what it feels like to be attacked by two people. She was empathizing with Mia. Did y'all miss that?
Yes, but what I'm saying is if they wouldn't have brought it up, it wouldn't even been a conversation.
Right. They wouldn't have been talking about it.
Who is they?
Wasn't it Wendy who brought it up? Who brought up the whole situation between?
Well, really, Wendy.
Yeah.
You guys, she said it was
when they were sitting on the bed, they all was sitting there, and it was talking. And Mia was in.
No.
I mean, but you know what? We just gonna have to agree. We just gonna have to agree to disagree. All I can say is because I mean it is what it is. Everybody's energy.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all. I'ma
just say this. If somebody, I give credit to Mia in this situation because if she was just like, whatever, I mean that's how she went. If you all feel that dragging her is not the way to be, but then Mia is playing it like, okay, whatever. it's more like you wish you can break me down, but I'm just gonna throw what I know I have, money in your face and make you mad because you're not giving me facts. Then it's like no win-win. But Candice to me is not a credible person. She's just not a credible person.
That's both of them. I agree with you, Erica. I agree, but I feel the same way about Mia. So I feel like you basically, I feel like you hold Candice to a certain standard.
One of them is better than the other.
That's just how I feel about it.
They talked about it the last episode.
Like both of them are being childish. I feel like both of them taking jabs. I feel like they're doing the same thing to each other.
Candice is not taking jabs. She is shooting straight up shots
with her words.
She's crazy.
But look who Karen supported. Karen supported Mia. And Karen was also the same person that was friends with Candice.
That's how she feel about somebody say she old, first of all, and her parents are dead. So she's gonna
say,
well, I'm still saying old people don't do that.
Right.
Old people don't know your mama jokes. So to somebody older, it's gonna come across differently than somebody that's younger. And that's a sensitive. Y'all know that's a sensitive topic for Karen. Talking about her parents. Her parents. She talk about every episode.
It should be sensitive for everybody. Think about if somebody talked about Candice.
No, but it's not. That's if you let the words hurt you. Like again, like I said, My mom's dead, but I knew my cousins. If we got to arguing, guess what they're gonna say? They don't care. Yo, mama, guess
Right.
what? That's what you say
No,
when
that's
you
out
argue
of
with
order.
people.
That's
You in an
low.
argument. That's
But granted,
That's
if
what
it
it is.
did
It
not,
is what
but
it is.
if it did not hurt you, which I would have I have beat my cousins up for less. But if that didn't hurt you, we're looking at it from a overall generalization, right? We can't say, well, because it don't hurt me, it shouldn't hurt you. Like it's just not how the way the world works. And I mean, it is what it is, but it's okay because
I'm not saying
it
don't hurt her. I'm not saying it don't hurt her, but she's trying to hurt Candice. What I'm saying is they're trying to hurt each other. So
Right.
you trying to hurt me, I'm gonna say something to hurt you back. Like that's just how it's going with both of
So
them.
it's
Like,
okay to go below the belt.
so that's all I'm saying. I don't see the difference between
What's below the
what
belt,
Candice
Brandon?
is doing
Like
and what Mia.
Wendy was saying, y'all don't know her story, so why are y'all going in on her like that?
She doesn't give a damn.
Well, that's the problem.
Because in the argument she doesn't give a damn. And
But that's the
anybody
thing.
in the argument they don't give
Well,
a damn.
then that's the thing. If you don't give a damn, then anything I say about your husband not paying, not working, not having a job, not your mother saying anything about your husband, cousin, whatever,
Right.
it's fair game. So if we both not giving a fucking damn, we not giving a damn, right?
Well, that's what we were saying at the beginning. They
Oh,
both
okay,
were
then.
not
So
giving
they
a damn.
Two people not giving a damn.
I
so
just
it's
don't
a
feel
fair
like
But
Candice
Mia didn't
is
give a damn
all
when she
at
was
fault. Right.
asking her mama about the finances.
I feel like
To me, that just show you didn't give a damn.
I feel like she should be held accountable, right?
Who?
Like, and
By
this is
who you?
excuse me,
Both
hold on.
of them.
I'm about to go there.
No,
Kev.
she's
Thank you.
she's about to say Candice should be. Go ahead.
No. I was saying Mia.
Oh, okay. How should Mia be?
You all
held
in my
accountable?
mouth when
Tell
I'm
me.
talking. Mia should be held, and I'm saying this
Clear it
gonna
up
be
for me,
it.
girl. Clear it up for
Because
me.
I must just say it. I believe it.
Let the record stand correct.
I'm
Come
gonna
on
just
now.
let it. No, I'm gonna let it go because just in this next episode that's coming up, Candice again is going to prove that she's simple syrup. Okay, you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's just gonna we're just gonna we just have to keep coming back to this because she's gonna do it again. But
I feel like it's because you're sick of Candice's shit.
no, I'm going to tell you something. It's women like that. No offense to my friends who are, below 5'5". I love y'all and all, but y'all know I done had me some things go down with these shorter women. Anywho, but Candice is that woman. She's been like this her whole life. Okay, like something tells me she's been like this her whole life.
I know people.
And
like
the reason why everybody did not care for how bad she was dragged last season is because when you got all that mouth, you are writing a lot of checks, and then there's gonna be that one person they'll be like, I'm about to take all these checks and cash the mugs. And that's what happened. You all may not feel that it was credible. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. However, she was so deserving of a dragon pop. I'm just thought, and I don't feel like she got the pop that she deserved. She just got a little something, but she should have did the grab and pop with the elbow. That's just me. But she's the type of person, she knows that she has protection. She has production around her. She can talk like that. She keeps talking about Mia's feet and everything. If Mia wanted to go gusto, she could have shut that whole house down. She could have been handled Candice a long time ago. But
you cannot sign up for this type of show and think you be fighting.
Hold on, but wait, y'all can't say what is what.
I'm talking about the people on the show. I'm talking about the people on the show.
Regardless, everybody handles it different. So when she got dragged last year, I feel like it was credible. And I wish it was. And I wish it was credible.
And that's
right. It was credible.
That's what I was saying, Erica. Everybody in the comments was talking about Candice put off the show, and Monique was justified for dragging her ass last season. So why is people saying that at this point? Because of her mouth. It's time for her to get popped in it. She's very offensive. Think about what she said. She called Ashley a damn wide body. It's not okay. And we keep giving her pass after pass after pass. So when is enough enough?
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like based on comparing these 2 seasons, this season versus last season, do you feel like it's more justified for Candice to get her ass beat this season so far to the point we're at, or do you feel like it was more? No, it's only one. You can only choose one.
I cannot separate. I cannot separate it, Kev.
No. If there's only one ass beating to give,
she said
you had to
Monique
give it
that was out of the way. I don't see what she said to Monique.
It was a build. It was a build up. It was a build up. See, what y'all not seeing is the build up. See, Candice was she was quiet. She was quiet. She was quiet in the beginning. She was quiet in the beginning, but I find it so intriguing. That she had to kick Ashley out the house for that first blow up, right? Which I agree with. I feel like Ashley should have left because she set the house on fire. But how Candice is acting, I feel like Zen Wen needs to go ahead and be like, Candice, you and White Mike, y'all can just go. Because this is too much.
His name is Mike?
No.
I feel like Monique was mad for no reason. That's how I feel about it. But I feel like Monique wanted the show too.
Yeah, well, we talked about that. I feel like Monique had a lot of stuff going on, and she lashed out at Candice, and it wasn't really deserved. And she even said that. She said that she didn't.
Of course, she's gonna say that after the fact. She probably felt bad. But if she was a triple OG like me, I'd have been like, she deserved it, and I'd have gave it to her again. And she is proving. I'm giving you the best that I can, and she's proving that butt whooping from.
Well, that's the reason why Giselle ain't got dragged yet.
She would have got dragged too. She would have been dragged too.
They know who to come for. Because why did Monique have that same energy when Giselle was treating her like trash and all of that? They like they
ain't as ratchet as Candice. Giselle's comebacks don't even hold weight to what Candice says. Candice's mouth is off the chain, and y'all
to Monique.
Monique don't care about Giselle.
I'm talking about Monique.
Tiffany, we gonna have to get you up here, girl. We gonna have to get you up here.
Let me ask y'all. So, do y'all feel like between Candice and Giselle, since we're on the subject, do you feel like Giselle is more deserving of the ass whooping, or do you feel like Candice?
Giselle is boring.
Thank you, Karen.
No.
Thank you, Karen. Because let me tell you that I just would have.
Giselle don't ever have good combat. She's dry. She's boring. Like no.
So Brandon, what you're saying is because Candice gives comebacks that she needs to get her ass beat. Because
Candice
she has
hits below the belt. She tries to go for the jugular.
I'm gonna answer your question. Yes.
Necessary. It's not
she deserves your mama.
You think Giselle says
your mama?
Y'all are playing. Y'all are stuck on a mama joke. Y'all are stuck on a mama joke. However,
mama
joke. But listen, but that's okay. But that's how you see it and how you are absorbing it.
Erica, you said
no.
She is Wendy does not.
That's not the fact.
His mother.
That's not that is a fact. But so we can move on from this. Can you all agree that the energy that Candice is giving about her own mama, which don't make sense in the argument, what she's saying is not facts. It should be about her husband versus her mama. That's why I'm like, y'all are still stuck on this.
I never argued.
I just don't understand.
All I said is that Candice probably hasn't, like Janice was saying, she probably hasn't actually. She wasn't there, so she probably hasn't seen the scene. All she's going off of is what Wendy told her.
I'm trying to figure out
her own interpretation.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Sure.
You don't think so? You think?
Listen. Let me tell you something. I agree to disagree.
Okay.
But I will also say this. Candice was told a little something about Mia's mother while on the bed. No, about Mia's mother. And excuse me, but as a grown woman, as a grown, credible, sound mind. This is how I know this little chick ain't sound. But Kevin know what's up. I sent Kevin a sound bite from Funky Dineva, where he ate Candice's
So
lunch.
y'all
If I
never been
could
in
pull
an
it up, I
argument,
will.
and you hit below the belt, and you knew you was gonna say something, and you was gonna just wipe that person out. Like you knew when you said it was gonna hurt that person's feelings.
I said something about a young man's mother one time in middle school, and he turned around to me and said, "My mother died."
Well, I'm
and
not
I'm
just
gonna
saying about
ho ho
mothers,
ho
just in
ho ho
general.
ho
Like
ho. I'm
just
just
in
giving
general.
you my background, and because he had been talking
Okay.
about me all year, and I was just like, "Well, your mama," and he said, "My mother died, and I'm going to kill you," and I was like, "You what?"
But
I'm going to kill you. So it turned into this even bigger thing. At the end of the day, even though he was just a mess, he was one of the worst people I ever met in school. I said, listen, I'm going to beat your ass. However,
What?
people don't play
yes,
about their mama.
I said, however, I am sorry because I did not know
People
about
don't
your
play
mother.
about their mama.
I
And
said, I apologize for that, but I still told him he qualifies for the beatdown. And I said, if you continue to come at me, I'm going to get you. But I do apologize because I did not know about your mother. So for me,
And
these
for
are
the ass
grown.
whooping
These are
that's coming.
grown. But yes, I did let him know he's still qualified.
Yo,
I get that you said people don't play about their mama, but I feel like words only have power if you give them. Like
If you
my
give
son,
it,
when I talk to him and he's in an argument with somebody, and I said, "Well, Nicholas, what if they talk about your mama? What do you think about it?" They don't know me, son. So are they really talking about me? No. So why are you getting upset and getting all in your emotions about somebody that never met your mama before? So I
but
feel
think
like
about it,
I think people
Johnny.
just
You've
give
conditioned
too
your
much
son to
power
be
into
that
that.
way. You've conditioned your
Right.
son to be that way. But if he triggers and says it back,
Right.
and somebody else's child has not been conditioned to say that don't put so much weight on your mama, they might put hands on him,
Right.
and that's not okay. That's a very triggering thing, and we need to be
Oh,
honest.
he knows he knows that also. Like when you going back and forth with somebody, depending on what you say, somebody could get upset. And I mean that's just point blank and period.
and be ready to beat
But
their ass if
you're not
they
gonna get no
are.
power. That's why he
then-
take karate. Exactly.
And then Kevin, to get back to your point, I still don't recall anything that Giselle has said that has held as much weight as what Candice has done and said. That shit Giselle says is stupid.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I mean, like,
I'll give you that. I'm still looking. I'm still looking
I'm
at
like,
it.
oh, okay, girl. All right. You mad?
I'm still
you ain't got
looking
no
at
husband.
it.
You ain't got no dick, so okay. Your child can't pass a driving test. Okay, you're mad. You got a house that you're piecemealing. You're mad. Okay, all right, I got you. You're not soliciting help from Rob and your best friend. You're mad. Okay, all right. You let Jamal play you. He's a pastor. You're mad. Okay, it's many things that we can go in on Giselle about. You had a party at your house in the tent, and you serving drinks, and we can't even go in and piss. Okay, you're mad. All right. Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, his point was made. I'm gonna get off Giselle. All I'm saying is I'm looking at it through clear lenses for me.
Great.
When we saw Kenya's ass get beat by Portia, everyone was in agreement. That it was deserved.
Absolutely.
For this situation right here,
it should happen again.
No, it's not so clear with you.
You're killing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm telling you, Erica. In certain arguments, I argue like that. I have argued.
Kevin. I have. First of all, see. Okay, I hate to say this, but I don't. Come on now.
Say it anytime she hates.
Come on, Kev. Listen. You must have gotten in these arguments in a past time or something like that because you are not a big confrontation person.
I'm not, but when you
so that's how. But that's how I know. But how did they get you there? But how did they get you there?
It's got to be a lot of time coming, a lot of build up to it, a lot of
compounding, right? Like compounding. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, welcome back, Johnny.
So when you say compounding, everything that Candice is doing from season 1, she was a little bully. Now she getting to a junior high school bully. She get every
Was she
year.
A little bully in season 1?
Not season 1.
She was. I'm telling y'all, everybody has their opinion, but if she gets tripped and punched in the nose, just don't be shocked.
If she don't get a contract next season, don't be shocked.
I think she's gonna get the contract. She's gonna get the contract, right?
No, she's doing her job.
She's gonna get the contract because she is turning into she's not Kenya, because Kenya, I could have been pulled Kenya's edges off 2 seasons ago. Like I couldn't be on these shows because Kenya, I would have broke her down from her toe to the top of her head, right? But Candice,
which season when you?
I think it's been a couple of seasons where I could have
the one with Ken Fields on there. Which one in particular?
When she moved Ken Fields' chair, production wouldn't have been able to move quick enough. But they also know who they playing with. They know who to put in the game. They know, and also I think Candice pops the way she does is because she knows Mia is going to be like, oh, whatever. Versus if they had somebody who don't play them type of games, Candice would have been got. When she threw that letter.
Do you feel like Mia can fight? Do you feel like Mia can throw hands?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
She keeps running away from arguments and fights, and that's what Candice is bullying her about. I started, so finish that shit.
That's her tactic.
That is a little person tactic because yes it is because Kevin, I'm sorry, whatever. I'm just saying that is a little person tactic because they've been protected. Nobody has really kicked them in the bottom of their back before, so that's how I know that this is a little person tactic because a big person like myself, come on, we ain't even got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? We don't
talking, right?
We ain't got to do all that. Because if it gets down to what it gets down to, it is what it is. But Candice, I'm telling you, it's almost like it's the, what do you call the Napoleon complex. Yes. I've seen it. And what they do is they just do this and they do this. And what they think is that nobody's going to take their card, but they don't have the right one in there. They just don't.
Everybody would have been mad if Mia would have picked up the whole damn plate instead of a handful of salad. But the reality is,
but I would say, Erica, I would agree with you, Erica, on a lot of what you're saying. If I feel like Mia was not giving her the same energy that she's if Mia was an innocent person, an innocent body that Candice was just doing this to, I will agree with everything you're saying. But I feel like everything Candice is giving Mia deserves.
It's not the same.
Vice versa.
What is Mia? What has Mia said? Okay, so what has Mia said this episode? Because they just talked about this the last episode. Tell me what Mia has said about Candice this episode that warrants Candice continuing to pop and act crazy. What did Mia say?
Candice was not even popping off on Mia until Mia walked past them like she always do, and was like, "Oh, let me talk to my friends. Let me do this."
But we just said words.
You said, but I said, what did Mia say about Candice that would warrant the same energy? The same energy?
Johnny,
to me, that is the same energy.
It's just words, right?
It's the same energy.
It's just words.
But they're both.
You said the same. You said, what did she do? That's what she did.
The same energy where she can talk about her mama and then just keep going. And somebody says, "Yo, her mom has something going on."
Talking about your mama, all she said was your mama low budget.
Right.
I mean, to me, that's not talking about your mama. Like, you're not talking no facts. You just saying your mama low budget.
Let me ask.
Was that video low budget or no?
Was the video low budget?
I don't know. I don't know what the budget is on the video. We don't know how much.
Okay. I'm gonna skate right past that. I'm gonna skate past
Kevin, was the video low budget? Was the video low budget, Kevin?
Yes, I don't know.
Was the video? No, this is Kevin. Was the video low budget? What? Kevin, was the video low budget?
The video was low budget.
I had a budget, but I'm saying it compared to what? Her budget?
No, you're not gonna do that, Johnny.
Johnny's, yes. I'll give them. The video was low budget.
No, what I'm saying, Kevin, is when you saying low budget to what? Beyonce? Oh yeah. If it's compared to Beyonce, then yeah, it is low budget.
Standalone.
But you don't know.
Stand
We don't know
alone.
how much she paid on that video. Spent on that
But
video.
no, Johnny's. Let's be 100. We've seen videos. We've seen them. Was that video low budget in your opinion? We're not comparing to anybody. That's another thing.
For an independent artist, I would say no. That's what I would expect.
With their husband as a manager. You're right.
Right. That's what I would expect. Like, I was not expecting it to be more than what it was. Like, I mean,
let me help Janice out with the low budget comment. I'm gonna give you the same thing that Janice was saying. It's what you give energy to and what weights you put in certain words. Why does she have to get so offended that people were calling it low budget? Because it was.
Right. Because if it won't, it's just words, right? So if it's not true, why are you so mad? It's just words. And if you ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. So why when Mia Sachet?
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. If you spend $100,000 on video, is that not a lot of money?
It depends. I don't know. Is it? How much you people?
If you spend $50,000 on the video, is that not a lot of money? Is that a low budget? Because I mean,
how much do people
ain't like those women got all that money like they trying to pretend on TV.
Oh my goodness.
But we're at a stalemate. I don't really know.
I've been listen. I mean, let me tell you something. Let me be out with any of y'all kids, and they say your mama or your daddy. I'm gonna be like, baby, stand back. I'm about to mush this child for you. Because I'll be like, boom. Just know. If I'm out with your children and somebody says that around me, and y'all not there, I'm gonna tell your kids to take a step back. Yeah. I'm gonna look for the cameras. And mush the child.
My kids will be saying that to adults. But
no, not your children. Not your children. I said if I'm with your children and someone says that to your children, and I'm there, and y'all are not there, just know.
Oh, and somebody else say they mama.
We mushing that child.
Girl, you fighting. I don't even know. I don't even care. That's what I'm saying. Like, your mama don't even know them people talking about you.
It's
like,
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Like,
right.
Your mama ain't losing no sleep about them little kids saying your mama.
No, I mean, as little kids, it's one thing, but we're talking about grown ass women, y'all. We are talking about grown.
But you would think grown people would have more self control. If somebody talk about your mama, you grown, you should be like, what? Okay, bye. Like, it shouldn't be. If you saying somebody grown shouldn't say your mama. If you grown and somebody say that, you should have more.
Wait a minute, Johnny. We got to back up. The whole reason why Candice is in an uproar.
Yes, I feel like as a grown
because of her mama. This is all because of Candice's mama. This is because of Candice's mama. That's why I'm just like, what is going on here? All she did was have a conversation with Candice's mother, and then all of a sudden,
she went to the left, like.
And I don't agree with the conversation. No, let me be clear. I feel like they should have respected her husband.
She was on Candice's side last week. You missed it.
No, because I did not like how they attacked her marriage. Because out of everything that's being said, we're not defending her marriage, which is befuddling me. I'm like, y'all, her marriage, by not just Mia, but by everybody out there except for Skylar and Wendy. And of course, Karen, and the ringleader was her own mother. That's where I'm just not. And yes, Mia's remarks about money are and not really directed at anyone housewife. Candice targets her remarks and she is wrong. I mean, just girl.
Right.
It's just.
It wasn't directed towards anybody, so why is she going in at Mia? I feel like she's jealous of Mia.
Okay. So I didn't want to say that. That's what I was saying.
She has a presence about herself. Mia has it going on. I mean, sure, maybe her skin could use some work, but
I don't think Mia has it going on.
You don't think Mia has it going on? Wow.
No, after this episode, it really showed me she don't have it going on. What her husband,
you know what?
And all. I mean, she to me.
But
I'm not
when
saying
a person
I'm not
drinks,
saying that she has something wrong, but I'm not saying that she's not above the group. To
She's
me,
not any better than
she's
the
just
rest
like
of
a
them.
normal
Right.
person in the group.
But
Like, I don't
but
feel
you
like
know
she's
what?
above anyone
You
else,
know what?
is
And
what
I
I'm
think,
saying.
and I feel like when people, I feel like what Candice is experiencing, see, because to me, I'm a stick to the facts type of person. I hate to say this, but I do think Candice has a view of Mia, and it's coming out because she's one of them people where she's just gonna keep banging the nail in and not give up. And to me, this year I have been focusing on energies, right? And it's a certain level of energy that you have to build up to try to gun somebody down. And the amount of energy that Candice has is coming from a place. And you can see it in her eyes, because I've seen that little look Candice gave every time she said something, because I've seen somebody around her height do it. It's like this. Like, I'm gonna break you down, because yes, you might be pretty, but I'm gonna try to make you feel this small.
Let me ask you and Brandon this.
But Erica, she didn't start coming for Mia until Mia started coming for her.
Hold on. It's a different come. We talk about two different comes.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
I'm just explaining Candice. I'm explaining Candice now.
Let me ask you this question about Candice for Brandon and Erica. Is any of this y'all disdain or vendetta against Candice? Because that's how it's looking to me. Is it because that's how it's coming off to me, because I feel like all of these women are flawed. Honestly, nobody's perfect. But
okay.
I want to ask you: is it because of the way that she delivers the quote unquote jab? Is it because? And I know I'm asking you that because you're saying you're looking at her in her. When I'm watching it on surface level, I'm not looking into all that. I'm listening to what she's saying. The shit is coming out. It's coming out fast. She's heated. Sometimes it almost got a rigmarole rhyme to it. So I like it. It's entertaining to me. I like it. I get it.
Okay, so let's take a step back, Kevin. The purpose of the show is to show camaraderie amongst African American women who are supposed to be friends in a group. And what I'm seeing is that they're no longer friends. They're enemies or
were they ever friends?
I don't know. This is something that Bravo has.
That's what they want us to think the show's supposed to be about. They're giving us what the show really is about.
Right. And so
that's
in my opinion,
but they want us to think it's supposed to be
in my opinion, it's like us being in this podcast. And if are we truly friends, or are we just going to sit here and take jabs at each other? And when it gets to that point, it's toxic. I no longer want to be a part of it. If it ever gets to that point.
But we're not on reality TV.
No, but I'm just giving you an example. This is a hypothetical situation. I mean, the reality is we're put on this podcast the same way they're put on the Bravo show. And if we start taking jabs at each other, it's not going to be okay. We're here to uplift. We're here to talk about current events. And if you can't do that in a way that we don't need to do it. That's just my opinion. And so what I'm saying is,
I agree with you, Brandon. I agree.
She's going too far, because at the end of the day, you're going to need these people. If something,
but what's too far in war?
Yeah.
So then there's no boundaries at war. So when me and you argue, we're no longer colleagues. We're no longer co-workers working on the podcast. We're enemies.
They're not. They're not. I feel like they are not. I feel like we are thinking one way, but I don't feel like they think that way. Like, I feel like what you're saying is true, Brandon. I feel like everything you're saying is true, but I don't feel like that's how they operate. I don't feel
it's enough you get vision in the African American community, and this is a show that puts African American women in the forefront. And then you're already trying to attack and bring people down. Everybody has a past. If I was a stripper, okay, I'm gonna be the best at it. If you're a lawyer, you be the best at it. But if we come to the table and we want to make an agreement, you don't tear me down because I was a stripper. You look at Phaedra. She's an entertainment lawyer. She backs people that work in those fields when they don't get paid or there's mismanagement. Come on now. It's about.
And what she do, Brandon? And what she do? She left. She left because she left.
No,
that's not what
because she lied. But a lawyer is a professional liar. Their case is, if you prove the case, ain't nobody got to believe it but the judge and the jury. I don't give a damn what the people say at home.
I hear all of that, Brandon, but these women
Right.
also are getting paid, and they're
It's a
getting
check.
paid. And yes, they're getting paid, and part of their job is to entertain us. So I know that I hear the part of you that's saying Bravo wants to uplift the black women, blah, blah, but they also want to keep their ratings, and they
That's
also
what they
want
say,
some
but that ain't
drama.
what they really want.
Right. And they know if you come on there with all that love and all that kumbaya bullshit, your ass is only gonna be on there for a half a season, or maybe just that one season.
But
I
my
will tell y'all what
you gotta stir
Candice
up the
did,
shit.
y'all. She did like Karen. She said, "What can I say?"
Right. What can I say that's gonna keep me on?
She said, "What can I say to get the people moving?" Yo mama. She knew she said yo mama. Everybody was gonna be talking about her that next day.
My next question is, what is this drama about the race? Now, with Ashley and Candice going back and forth about, they both have white husbands, and we can't help that Mia's husband likes white women. I mean, it is what it is.
Wait a minute now. Did he say that he liked white women?
I felt like
no. I felt that he said
he did.
I thought she was saying that she liked white women. Remember, they were talking about.
Mia said he likes white women,
and he agreed.
No. They were talking about the strip club, and he's like, "I don't go. I only go because she goes." And Mia said at that point, "But I only like white women." That's what Mia said.
I thought she said that about him. I could have sworn
she said about him.
Go back and watch.
She said he likes white women.
I thought she said it about her husband.
Yeah.
And that's when he made that
I want y'all to go back
gesture.
and look at it. I want y'all to go. Well, he made that gesture before they even got on that conversation. But I want you to go back because I rewinded that moment.
Yes, he did, Kevin, because then that's what he said.
People in the comments, tell us what you heard. Listen, we need to come somebody tell us what you heard, because we think that Neil said that he liked white women and he agreed. He didn't deny it. And that's okay. Listen, as a black man, when you look at Playboy Hustler, and when you look at Playboy Hustler and all them magazines, them dirty magazines,
thank you, Tiffany.
It's nothing but white women in there. So for real, you think, honestly, growing up as a little boy, you think that's what it's supposed to be. Quite frankly, I'm not saying that it's right, and now that I'm an older male and I have experiences for myself, but as a young child, when you see those magazines, you do not see African American women in those magazines.
But did y'all see what he did though? Once she said white women, did y'all see those hand movements and gestures that he did?
Yes.
Quite disgusting.
That was.
I didn't know if he was stroking.
When I saw that, I was so through. I was like,
what was he doing?
Was he on national TV?
Was he impersonating the white women? What was he doing?
I'm not gonna.
I didn't get what he was doing.
He was making movements in a way. What's that song?
He was like he was stroking himself.
In a way that
it was like a stroke. It was like stroking. Kevin, you know what he was doing?
No, that was the head. That was the head, and that was him moving the head up and down.
Okay.
What head? No, that was
he was like he was stroking.
That was a pretend head.
That was
a pretend.
I didn't see that. I'm with Erica. It was a pretend stroking or a pretend.
That was at the end. The first little thing that he did, the little gyrate.
Did we see the same stroke?
But that was towards. But that was after she said he liked white women, and then he was like Eddie, and then he did it. Y'all gotta watch it again. And he started calling Winnie's husband, like Eddie. Look. Like, this is why I like white women or whatever, basically, is what he was saying.
Mm-hmm. I think so. We addressed it earlier, and people in the comments agreed that he was stroking like he had a big cockaroo, and that is what made me feel like I was gonna throw up.
Read the context and watch it again.
Not only that, Candice then commented and was like, "Oh, we don't need to know what you like," and da da da. Meanwhile, on previous season, she's around there telling people that her husband has a what color was it? She said about what color did she say her husband's penis was?
Was it brown?
Thank you, Erica, because we're not being honest tonight. So I just want
I heard brown.
Go around things, and I believe him being a straight shooter. So
I didn't remember that.
Look at Christina.
We want to pick and choose what we gonna argue.
Christina said brown. That's what she heard. Brown cow.
And you won for 300, Alex.
Because I was like, I think she said brown. That was weird. But anywho,
but her saying that about her husband and how Mia's husband was acting is not compared, y'all. Come on now, we cannot compare how.
Okay. Hold on. So look, let me play devil's whole entire advocate, because this, y'all. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. So you think it was acceptable for Candice to reference the color of her husband's penis?
That's what she wanted to talk about.
Absolutely.
That's her husband. I'm talking about him disrespecting. I feel like he disrespected white women. That's how I felt. I felt like he disrespected white women. That's how I felt from watching it. So I'm just saying, that's why I say it's not the same. I feel like he disrespected white women. That's
wait a minute. So you don't feel like this whole cast disrespects black women?
What?
The way they present,
but they're disrespecting themselves. They don't get to choose to do that. That's what.
Yeah,
but
it's a cast full of black women, so is it not
they sign up to do that? But when you get on TV and you say, "Oh, he's a woman," and then you making hand gestures and stuff,
some
that's
people
totally
only experience black women on these shows. He made a comment about a strip club, and like I told you before, some black men's experience of women in that kind of industry are all Caucasian. It's the reality. I'm just saying.
Y'all, we done. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have to watch this back, because something tell me I am gonna be cracking up, because it's a lot going on. It is a lot
all
going
valid
on.
Points, though. I think so. We all have good.
Yeah, I think, and to your point, Brendan, people see different things. Everybody weighs things differently.
Mm-hmm.
They just weigh things differently.
Yeah. Like, I'm still shocked that people don't think Candice is being disrespectful, rude, and maybe need to, reconsider her contract.
But the thing about it is, they're not gonna reconsider her contract. They're gonna leave her on until all. See, I thought last season was the all hell breaking loose.
Right.
And to Tiffany's point, when she said she get the crying in the confessional and make origami animals with her tissue.
Let me get my.
But she's probably gonna be crying in next episode's confessional when her and Ashley go at it. Because they're now talking about the husbands again. We're going back to the husbands.
But they both got white husbands, so what are they saying?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's their husbands. They're gonna battle with the husband.
They're both African American women who are married to white husbands. So what is the argument?
They're gonna argue about they're unable to get along with each other.
Yeah, let's get to the root of it. If you want to be honest, you're both African American women married to white husbands. So what's?
I mean, but that doesn't mean that.
But only Ashley is married to her father.
Yeah. No, Mia is too. He just happens to be black and not white.
Yeah.
And he treats her that way too. Mia husband treats her like he her daddy.
I wanted to touch back on that. So is he not allowed to have a drunken moment, Mia's husband? Everybody has had
had a
drunk family member, friend, cousin, uncle, whatever, that says off
that's the embarrassing
when they're drunk.
It is. I think, but I feel like everybody needs the drunkest person at the party. Well, it needs to be somebody. Somebody but me. So it need to be somebody drunker than me that needs to be there. So
I mean, everybody has had. Do you think your significant other get drunk and talk to you that way? No.
When he said, now I can tell you to shut the F up. I already told y'all.
Flag on the play,
we would have kicked the door open and he'd have got dragged to the Chesapeake Bay, or we would have tried. You know, it would have been a fight.
Even Candice agreed that, we talk like
yeah,
this
it's one thing to be
home.
obnoxious to other people, but you don't talk to your wife that way unless you already talk to her that way anyways.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all missing the point. Candice said her and her husband talk to each other.
Talk like that in private. Yeah.
Well, Mia act like she didn't even hear it. So maybe
because it's happening.
And that's not right either. That's not right either. That's not right either.
She said, that's what he said. Oh,
it's not healthy.
She said, that's what he said. All right. Okay, girl.
I mean, when that happens, I'm not married, so I don't know. So, Janice, when that happens, let's say Nick popped off and said something like that to you in public, are you going to what do you do next? You know, because I already said what I would do.
Is this regular Nick or drunk Nick?
Drunk Nick. Well, yeah, whatever, whichever one.
My husband drunk 20 years, and that ain't never happened. So
I know what I'm saying is, if he were to have done that,
if it happened,
if that was you and him, what would you?
I don't even know what a comeback would be, because I could not imagine myself being in that type of situation.
She said, "Finish him."
Like
Christina on
right? We gonna kill. She said, "We gonna kill Chad tonight."
I would be so hurt. I don't know.
Do the hand signal. Finish him.
Listen, am I the only one?
Hold the baby.
I'm listening to everybody else's account, and I've heard. I'm not gonna say I heard it in my own house growing up, but I've heard much worse between married couples. So to me, I just felt like maybe it's just me. Maybe I just grew up, you know, in the hard knocks. But I've heard a lot worse than shut the fuck up.
Absolutely.
So to me, it was not a big deal.
Janice just said on War Day is war. So I don't know. He was just drunk. He wasn't warring with her, but he just wanted her to shut the fuck up. So
I felt like that was a testament to why she didn't hear it, because she was just like, "Oh, okay."
Nah.
So let me ask you that: would y'all say that to y'all significant others, and think that's okay?
I have definitely said shut the fuck up to I have definitely said shut the fuck up to a significant
we nitpicking, because if somebody told me they was gonna give me a G-Wagon and they told me shut the fuck up, I'd be like,
so Brandon would be like,
that to me that shows. But that's how she feel too. Like, you can say whatever you want to me because you buying me a G-Wagon, or you afforded me this lifestyle.
Do you feel like that
letting me run your practices or whatever, call them my own businesses, so you can talk to me however you want to. And that's how I feel. That's how their relationship is, based off that one little conversation.
Is shut the fuck up really that bad? I have definitely said. I have definitely said that too. I have that.
Okay, you
said to me before.
Okay, so you can't just say, "Why don't you just be quiet?" Or, can you stop talking right now? You don't.
Yeah, but the way that shut the fuck up eloquently rolls off of my tongue is just, to me, it's just that just seems a little bit better for me to say than, "Would you please be quiet?" or "Would you shut your mouth?" If I'm annoyed, I'm gonna be like,
my thing is, would you go to work and tell somebody would you go to work and say that to somebody?
Don't ask me that.
Would you go to work and say that to somebody?
He's already said it. That's what that means.
Yeah, I have said it at work before.
That's a lie. Y'all not going to work.
I have definitely said it more at work than any other time.
Who hasn't?
But
listen,
Janice, let's go back to
it into somebody. Told them that.
It's just words.
You don't want to go there,
so we can't really, we can't have any feelings.
No, I'm just saying.
Look, I'm just playing though.
Listen, I don't even play the game because I'm just like, you gotta leave it where it is. But I see where you going, Brandon. I mean, everybody is different. I feel again.
Is it the delivery? Was his delivery the
issue? He was disrespectful. I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, Johnny's. But I feel like Johnny's. This is
other is a different thing.
Do you think he meant it intentionally to be? Because he was drunk. Do you think? You think malice? Yeah.
He was just showing off.
Yeah, he was just putting on.
Yeah.
I can see that too.
So you showing off
however
on your wife. So you basically stunting on your wife in front of other people. Right.
We didn't give a damn.
I will tell you this. I have had somebody talk to me crazy, right? And I do believe he was just having a moment where thought he was just drunk and just like but he's just not going to survive it the way he thinks he is. You get what I'm saying? Like I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna let you live like right now, but when you sober up, it's me and you, old man. And I would have said that just so the cameras, everybody can pick it up, so that when he sobers up 2 hours later, and you see him rolling off into the Chesapeake Bay, that's me. I would have followed up on that, because I don't think he was thinking about what he was saying. And me looking at who Mia is, I feel like she was embarrassed, but she wasn't going to play into it any more than what it was. She wasn't going to give it that much more energy.
Don't give it to him.
She wasn't going to, as we've been seeing this whole time. But he was drunk, and I don't know. She might stomp him out when he go to sleep at night. I have absolutely no idea.
Talking to her that way.
But you know what? We don't know how she about to
probably talk to her that way a lot.
But
I have had
responded and said, "Okay, then, Minnie Man." Because I think about it, he geriatrics. I mean, so what? What if she would have came at him with the same energy? Then what?
Oh, child, he would have been like, "What did you say about?"
She was conserving her energy for Candice. She was conserving her energy.
I don't know what y'all talking about. What y'all talking about is a marriage I would not want to be in. I think y'all keep forgetting these people married.
Oh, I mean,
nobody want to be having to deal with all that in no marriage.
I think it's just words.
You're already battling everybody on the show. You already battling everybody on the show. You don't want to have to battle your significant other.
I mean, it's already an age.
Yeah, he giving them more fuel to the fire. Candice really gonna be talking about her butt now, because look at her husband on TV acting. Like, come on now.
This is 20-year age difference.
Candice is embarrassing her own marriage.
That's crazy.
This is 20-year age difference. What do you expect? They
I don't expect that grown man to be acting like that on TV.
He hadn't been out in a while. He was just enjoying himself. He was enjoying himself. And just shut the fuck up. Just
and the other men were drunk and drinking and taking as many shots as he were, and nobody else was acting the way that man was acting.
Well, he was just feeling it.
He said, looking for a daggone show. What you call it? A bellsman to put his bags up. Come on now. He came in the house ready. And I feel like Candice, she came in the house ready. She was in the car talking to her husband about what Mia said at the video shoot.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ready. Nothing's wrong with that. I would much rather people be ready. But
he was making people feel uncomfortable though. The other women felt uncomfortable by what he was doing. Even the men felt uncomfortable. You could tell by their body language and everything. Everybody felt uncomfortable in that situation.
Listen. I had no qualms with it. He can be the drunk one, because me going into that situation, I'm knowing he can be the drunk. He's the drunkard. Who called somebody?
Dude from Married at First Sight, drunkard.
Let him know, honey.
So as soon as I walked through the door, I said, "Oh, he's a drunk one. Not me today. It's him." So.
I mean, we as women, we probably would most of us wouldn't have taken it to the chin like she did. Now, I have seen women reserve themselves for later. Now, I have seen that where a man is tripping out, and then as soon as you get in the car, boom. Like some women handle it differently. I would hope, at least in this situation.
Kenya? You remember like Kenya with Mark when she turned into Ken? You remember when she turned into Ken?
Mark
and
was
that's when Nene said, "I like Ken because Ken will shut the fuck up." Full circle, because we're talking about the phrase "shut the fuck up."
And I feel like I feel like
I feel like it's the same thing, Kevin, with Mia.
Yeah.
I feel it's similar. Very similar.
So how y'all think it's gonna go with the Green-Eyed Bandits come? Because at first they weren't coming. So I'm trying to figure out what made them show up. They missing a check?
Production. Production.
That
Production
told them if
made
you
him
don't
show
show
up.
up to this, you ain't
They
getting
probably
no check.
pulled that contract out and said, "Look, y'all agreed to go on this many vacations.
Absolutely.
Maybe they agreed to
So
come
y'all be
as
taking yourselves
maybe
up
they
there."
agreed to come as each other's plus one because they,
Yeah.
Giselle was not gonna bring Jamal because she's not with him anymore, and I don't feel like Juan would come, so maybe they just agreed to come
Erica,
together.
what's Robin's nickname you call her?
Was boy built?
Yep. So that was her beard. That was Giselle's beard. She brought Robin.
Oh.
Bloop. And they got to share them little kitty rooms together with them twin beds.
Girl,
How you gonna come in the house being mad?
with the twin bed, with the twin beds, but that's where they gonna sleep because they ain't bring no city together.
I have no qualms with the twin bed.
How Candice gonna be mad when Wendy put her last? When you put her ass in the damn little
in the cottage,
right? So it's all this show is terrible.
Right.
It's all fake. This is fake news, and I'm just like, I'm starting to be over it. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta slow up. They gotta slow up. They gotta slow up.
I've been saying, like, I can see y'all arguments. I feel like what y'all saying. I agree with every word you saying, but not to these people in this situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, we giving them too much credit. Like, I just feel like everybody's guilty. That's just how I feel.
Right.
Like,
everybody has played a part.
Guilty. They all tit for tat, going after each other.
Nobody's no more guilty than the other
Tiffany
party.
is correct. Wendy was fair in her room selection. I support it, Tiff. Absolutely.
Exactly, Kevin. And nobody deserves more respect than the other one because they all disrespecting each other.
But I don't honestly, I don't feel like Wendy's being disrespectful.
Not today. Not today. I'll wait till tomorrow.
I mean, she has been disrespectful, but she's been on the up and up since she had to switch seats with Mia and become, the pinata.
I feel like her husband is grounding her,
and she refuses to be anybody's little bitch. I'm gonna tell you the truth. What you're seeing, and I can see myself in Wendy where she is right now in regards to how she handles her arguments. Like, what she's doing is she's putting feet on necks. She's like, y'all not gonna breathe right around me. If you even step out of line just a little bit, the whole thing's just gonna go down. It's just gonna all go down. And so I'm just sitting here like, gang. Like, I'm with it, because if they want to be just a little shady, then you came to the right party. I'm gonna give you the energy that you wanted to give me. You're gonna get it back. And the Gridiron Bandits, they can't handle it. Mm-hmm. That's why Robin.
I agree with you on that, Erica.
That's why Robin is so bent out of shape. Right. That's why Robin is affected, because she's like, oh, it's because she doesn't know how it feels to get that same slap back that they've been giving everybody else. I mean,
back, right. I was like, why were they mad? I was Robin mad. Y'all literally just asked this lady about the whole situation again. And you're mad. Like, why are you mad? Like, I didn't get that whole situation. Like, I don't understand it, and sit there and really try to justify that they didn't do anything wrong.
People just gonna have to live with it. But we can't wait until next Sunday when we see Candice get into it yet again with somebody else.
She done been into everybody on the show.
Real talk, if I was her husband, I would be embarrassed. Like, I would be embarrassed. I'm like, I can't.
Because she about to get into it with him at the table. It's too much.
Honestly, he's the victim. He's the victim. He needs to leave. Because that is just a little hot mess firecracker right there. Okay? Yes. Another lawsuit in the
Hey, y'all, how y'all gonna say Candice husband need to leave, but Mia don't need to leave her husband?
But nobody said that.
I said Candice just need to leave the GVO trip, not leave her husband. Right?
But the
Oh,
husband gonna
I
have to
thought
leave
somebody
with her,
said
right?
that the husband was the husband or something. How Candace was talking to her husband.
Yeah, I said that he needs to leave her. Like, I think she's embarrassing. Um, I don't think he's been held up as a credible husband from day one. Like, I feel like, and I don't think it has anything to do with his race. I think it's because of her hating mama. I think it's the cash, just thinking they could just talk about people marriages all willy-nilly. And I do think
Mm-hmm.
it was a travesty that they all, well, a lot of them, thank you, thank you, Tiffany. Like, my God, like, as a man, he is sticking around. He must really just love her. She must be a whole different person off the show. Let's just put it that way. Because I don't know how. Like, same with Dr. Heavenly. Ugh. Like, she must be a whole nother person outside of the show, because it's just, how can anybody
Well,
live with that?
I don't think Dr. Heavenly's
Well,
mouth
I don't see how y'all not getting
compares to
those vibes
Candace.
from Mia's husband. Like, I don't see how
but
y'all
but
not getting those same vibes from
but
Mia's
I mean,
husband.
I'm just
So he has one drunken night.
I don't have an affliction with Mia and her husband. Do I
Mhm.
feel like she needs to handle him? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
However, we have had multiple seasons with
It's
Candace
so
in
many
her
comments
mouth.
he done made us questionable.
But see, I don't have a hard on for Mia. You get what I'm saying? So
She has it for
we
Candace.
have no, I
She
don't
has
have
it
a hard
for
on. I
Candace.
do not. I do not. What I'm telling you is what majority of the viewers is seeing, and I feel bad for her husband. And if he was really about his business and really about taking care of him, I'm truly just amazed that he has been able to stick through all of this, especially if he watched last episode with her mama disrespecting him yet again. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said I think she has to be
But
like
they
a
ain't been
whole
married that
different
long
person.
either.
But then when is enough enough? We keep talking about Candace. How many passes are we gonna give her? G or Mia's husband he's only been drunken and showed his ass one time. And as it relates to Dr. Heavenly, I still don't think she hits below the belt.
I'm
She
talking
was
about
drunk.
comments he done made to her
I think she's annoying.
about you don't miss this many practices. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. The way he treat his wife is not.
I mean, but that's
Yeah,
how
I'm
you
just saying it wouldn't be okay
that's
with
how
me.
that's how you feel, just based upon, and that's credible. I'm just talking about Candace's husband and how this man has been dragged as a man
Yep.
for multiple seasons, and
Not
he
just from
is
Candace
still
and
in
Candace's
the
mama.
cast and
Yeah.
her mama.
Yes.
Like, I'm
But
just
it ain't
very
Candace dragging him. She not
Yes, it
dragging him.
is.
wait.
It's
I
Candace's
said
mama dragging him.
yes, that's what I said. I said it was the cast, her mama, and honestly, I don't think she's protecting her marriage.
Yes,
She's not
protecting her
protecting him.
husband.
She's just
She's
not.
running her mouth to all these people. She's running her mouth to the cash. She's running her mouth to the mama. Otherwise, they wouldn't have any ammunition. Where are they getting it from?
I think she needs to protect her. She needs to. I feel like she
Candace's
needs
mama.
to. I feel like she needs to protect
And where's
her marriage.
Let's get to the root.
But look, y'all, no, but you could tell Candace's mother don't know everything, and half of that stuff she be making up.
I feel like she did dragging last episode. Was that last episode? Yeah, or one before that, whichever one. Her mother was dragging. What we are failing to identify is her mother is not being a mother. She is just like one of these other ridiculous women taking blatant shots at her relationship, and that's supposed to be her mother.
Member. She wants to be a cast member.
Right.
She right up there the same age as Karen, and every joke has some truth in it. So there's that.
I mean, it's just it's just blatant
But
disrespect all the way around.
That Chris did say. I was gonna say I was glad he did say in front of the camera when he was like, "You never paid a bill with my name on it." Like to me, he cleared his name then. Because if that was the case, all what she's saying, she would have said, "Oh well, yes, I do." She had nothing to say when he confronted her and was like, "You've never paid a bill with my name on it." So
I just feel really
at that moment, everything that she's been saying just went down the drain about him. Because if she's saying he's broken all of this, when he actually confronted her about it, she would have had more to say knowing her. Like, so
yeah, I mean, I just it's just a travesty, honestly. I think if she was smart,
it is.
Unless what we're seeing is a scripted production, I pray and I hope that she is a whole different person,
right,
outside of the show, protecting her husband. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about nobody else, because at this current time, the validity of this stuff could get deep. Exactly. She needs to check her mom. She's embarrassing. I would. My mama wouldn't be able to come on TV no more if she was doing all that. She wouldn't be able to come on TV no more. Straight up.
Brandon, let me ask you this: do you remember you posted that Cynthia is no longer going to be on Housewives of Atlanta, and I said that's because her husband is smart. To me, that alone shows that people who are not for people who want to have good, healthy marriages. They're not. Like, eventually something's gonna happen, and it's almost like you have to defend your marriage, you have to do this, you have to do that. And I really feel that Cynthia's husband, both of them are on, maybe their second marriage, maybe his third or whatever, and he probably realized if we want a good chance at this marriage to work, we cannot be on reality TV.
Absolutely. I mean, if you take a look at what was said when he first announced that he was getting married to Cynthia, he told his kids that he didn't really love or their mothers. That's never okay. And that's why the daughter responded the way that she did. Absolutely. These shows, when you say things and you're not thinking about how it impacts people, it's like you lack emotional intelligence. How you say things and how you present things, it impacts other people's lives. And the way Candice is handling her marriage, it's impacting it negatively, in my opinion. The way she treats these women on the show, it's impacting them negatively. The way they came at Monique and said that they didn't want nothing to do with her after she dragged Candice. Come on now.
I feel that was to me. She should have continued the drag right there.
When Mia drags Candice, are we gonna say the same thing? No, people are saying now. I see why the hell Monique. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to put your hand on people, but they say, okay, I see why she was tempted to do it or pushed to that limit.
I still don't see why. I'm still not.
I mean, but you don't. You may not see it. You just may not see it. And if you don't, that's okay. I completely see it
because I just feel like as a mother, as a businesswoman, I feel like Monique had so much more to lose in that moment than Candice did. Like, you get them, like she had so much more to lose.
And what Candice was saying was not to me. It wasn't that.
I just feel like she put.
But what was it? Her mouth? Was it her mouth? Like you guys like to say?
I mean, but listen. You know what? I mean, that's why I said to each his own. Like, you gotta, what you feel and how you see it and things like that. I'm just saying.
It's eye opening.
I just wouldn't want What'd you say, Kevin? I missed it.
Oh, I was listening to you talk.
We were listening to you.
Talk. Oh, sorry.
Y'all tripping. Like,
y'all know I have a whole lot of like.
She got a little delay. I was just saying from what I'm hearing from Brandon and particularly Erica, that based on the types of things that Candice is saying it's making me reflect on my own life, and that makes me feel like you feel like I should have got my ass beat a couple times because I've said things like that before.
I mean, but you know what? But Kev, and if you've said those things,
I definitely have.
The quality. I mean, I don't see it because you're not a confrontational person. I mean, we're gonna say this over and over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Anywho, because we have seen things unfold before our very eyes, and you just sit there like. But anywho,
but we don't know if it's coming towards him though, Erica. Like if somebody's
right.
But that's exactly why it was received different, because the attack wasn't on him, it was on me. So that's why I was the only one able to walk away and say, well, this is what it really was. Because when you're not the one being attacked, it makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. So with regards to what you were saying, Kev, you should have got beat up. Maybe people really did see the essence of who you are as a person. Like they know that you having a moment or you're talking trash. And if they're your friends and they really love you, they let you live. I feel like at this moment, Candice is being let to live. Like all that mouth, she knows it has an expiration date again. She knows this. So she understands that production is
not mind getting beat up though, Erica. Some people don't mind it.
No, she does. I'm gonna tell you why she does. Because she sat there on the couch. She sat there on that couch.
No, it's not.
She sat there on that couch and acted like everybody. I mean, the way she acted during the reunion was as though she just was. You would have thought she got all kind of hits. She was. Whatever.
As she should.
Whatever. Whatever. But I just feel like, you write the checks, baby. They gonna get cash. It may not get cash today, but it's gonna get cash one day. And you can't sit up here and act like, oh my God, no. It's just that's just not the way of the world. I'm just sorry. It is.
But check this out. Even the Grand Dame has backed away from Candice,
Dan.
and they used to be friends. So clearly, there's a problem there. She can't even properly mentor her. And Candice got mad at her when she said, hey, Candice, I'm not picking a side. Basically, she's saying both of y'all was wrong and out of order. And even now, she came to Mia's defense. And even on the thing that I put on our website, it's like, come on. Karen is saying, no, somebody needs to reel her ass in before somebody else pops her. Because what I'm hearing Kevin and Johnny say, her pop ain't warranted. And it's the real world, somebody's gonna pop you.
Pop her again.
It's gonna be somebody that ain't got no coins, so you can try to sue them. You ain't getting
I'm just saying. I feel like if that's the case, a lot of people on that show should have been popped. That's all I'm saying.
Who else is saying something like that?
Y'all can continue. Y'all can continue to flex out to other people. We are being very strict. I told you I'd have popped Giselle too, but let me tell you what Giselle doesn't do. Giselle don't get in nobody's face. Giselle talks trash from behind across the room. She talks trash.
Mia does get in people's face too. She put her hands on Wendy
for this chick, but she doesn't talk trash in people's face. She don't do this. Like Candice was like this in Mia's face, and then when Mia said this, she said, "Don't put your hand in my face." That would have been a trigger to me to be like, "Oh, you really just blah blah blah." It would have just been easy.
What about what she did that to Wendy?
But
Wendy told her not to put her hands on her.
She said that to who?
Mia did that to Wendy, right?
And listen, if Mia put her hands in Wendy's face, she should be told.
No, she don't you put your hands on her.
But guess what? That's however Wendy handled that is how Wendy had to handle that. Okay, if Mia, and if I'm not mistaken, Mia went like this, regardless, touching whatever. She handled it the way she felt.
To Candice too.
but I'm speaking of
saying,
okay?
The reason why
Candice and I never said it's not okay. I never said it's not okay. It's the heart on it.
Because I have who she ain't getting Giselle's face.
Giselle don't get in nobody's face.
She ain't getting Karen's face.
Giselle and Karen don't get in nobody's face.
No, nope. I'm saying Candice. I'm saying Candice only getting people face who does the same thing. Like
no.
What I'm saying is Candice gets in people's face who does the same thing. Because Monique got in Candice's face before too.
Candice is only doing it because she think Mia is a punk.
Right,
She's only doing it because
she
know let me tell you,
Giselle and Karen are senior citizens. Are you serious? That's like disrespecting her mama. They 50 plus years old. She not gonna do that. But Mia is her peer, her colleague. They're the same age. She knows better. She's trying to call Mia a punk.
Age now. Is the
fact that Mia is what, 33? Candice is 31.
Mia does the same thing to other people too. So you know how some people you can't do certain stuff to, right? Like
I need y'all to go. I hate to say this. I need y'all to go on YouTube. I found some comments because the world is watching us, okay? And if you feel that Mia has the exact same energy as Candice, that's your truth. That's your truth, and just live with it.
People however, chime in. Does Mia have the same energy as Candice? We need to know. The world needs to know.
I'm just like, are we not? I'm telling you, when we watch the show in Maryland, the show is completely different.
So y'all honestly saying that when Mia and Wendy were on before, Mia did not get in Wendy's face. And
we never said that they didn't. We never said that they didn't. That's all I'm saying is that they didn't. But however, Wendy,
but that's why I'm saying why Candice felt comfortable to get in her space as well, because in the same thing with Monique. Monique was another one who did this too and got in people's space. Because that's what they allow. Certain people allow certain stuff. And if you do certain stuff to people, they're going to do it back to you. Whereas, somebody else like Giselle, she not getting in people's face. So nobody's going to get in her face. Or Karen, nobody's going to get in her face. Y'all missing the point.
Candice had a whole knife in her hand that Wendy took out of her hand. And then she took the glass out of her hand. Before Monique did the little twirl with her hair. Are we forgetting that?
No, I didn't forget it, but
so if somebody comes at you with a knife, it's okay. Under what
she did not come at her with no knife.
She had listen. She had utensils. Look, she had utensils, but yeah, she had the utensils, but I just still did not think no ass needed to be beat. I just didn't. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just hey Johnny. Maybe it is because we're in the South. Maybe it's because we're in. It's because it's something else. It's something else. But let me tell you something. If Lord forbid, if we ever are around somebody and they pick up any type of knife around you all,
whether it be a butter knife or a steak knife.
Look, let me ask y'all. When is the last time that?
Let me finish my comment, Cam. If somebody picks up a knife directed to one of you all, I Lord forbid if we ever encounter this. I do not want us to encounter this. But y'all telling me after the fact, all is well and will is all.
That girl did not have no knife at her. Like, come on now.
But still, if somebody picks up a knife and they're talking to you and they hold it like this,
if somebody has a knife in an argument with y'all good.
And they doing all of this.
A knife in their hand, period. Y'all good.
Yeah, as long as I got one.
So this is my knife, and I'm just doing like this, talking to you, and you all right with it. And I may not never stab you in the neck, but I'm just waving it around.
Long as you don't point it at me, then we good.
Look, let me ask you: when's the last time that y'all have seen?
We good.
When is the last time that y'all have seen an ass beating in person, live and in person? Because it seemed like the energy that y'all are giving me is the energy that me and my brother used to have when my sister was over.
It'll be a lot of fighting going on
when we was waiting on the beat because my sister was overdue a beating. So when's the last time that y'all done seen an actual ass beating? Because I'm just at the point where I don't need to. Some certain things do warrant an ass beating. I just don't feel that nothing at this point on this show has gotten to that point. Just for me.
If somebody waves a knife at me, that's threatening enough for an ass beat. Especially if somebody takes it out your hand. Like, to me, you're threatening. And it should be equal or lesser force. So if you come at me with a knife and I beat you in the head with a bat, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's equal or lesser force. My bat is weaker than your knife.
And so that's what I'm saying. So what we're saying, and I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly, is that if somebody picks up, if they're having an argument with you all, and somebody picks up a knife, y'all are just there. Y'all are not feeling like you're being threatened.
You would just use your words, and they're just words.
I guess I'd have to be there. I don't even know how I would react. I probably wouldn't. I would be looking at like, what do you have the knife in your hand for?
But I didn't see her threaten her with.
Me either. I mean, yes, there were utensils. They were at dinner.
Like, I didn't feel like she was threatening her with no knife.
But you guys, y'all keep saying y'all are overlooking the facts. It doesn't matter.
They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that.
You don't know what.
But you said what would be the point when you would do something? The point where I do something is where I feel threatened. Is basically what I'm saying. I wouldn't have felt threatened.
I need to walk away because that's what we were saying. If somebody, so you're telling me if somebody has a knife, you're not being threatened in that moment. If they're having an argument with you and they have a knife in their hand, hold on, no. It is very clear.
I felt threatened in that situation.
Hold on. Let's take it back to the basics.
People have knives at dinner all the time.
If we were at elementary school and you brought a knife out as a student,
and like she brought a knife,
what happened? You wouldn't be no questions asked. You would be expelled.
That's
you would go home. Everything would happen
at dinner time. That's not at dinner where the knife is at the table and you're eating. Somebody literally brought the knife there to do something with it.
Let me tell you something. It is what it is. Brandon. I'm gonna tell you something. Kev is playing into it, right? He's playing totally because if somebody picked up a knife, Kevin's big 14 size feet would be running. He would be gone before me.
First of all,
he would be gone.
I have a fast mouth and fast feet. So yes,
I
would be running.
Thank you. Okay, anywho.
Run.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm saying
this is a joke
to the point where I get what you're saying to when you feel you're threatened. But this is for me.
Right.
I've had a gun in my face before and not felt threatened. So
you're lying. Kevin, I hate to say this. You are doing what we call a big lie. Because can you explain? Because this is how you know you've gone too far with your fibbing.
Absolutely
so
not.
if you had
it have to be fibbing?
Because this doesn't make any sense. So you're telling me, Kevin Jenkins, you had a gun in your face and didn't feel threatened?
Absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, Kevin.
But I want to tell all the listeners, if you ever have a gun in your face, please immediately call 911.
Still threatened. Call 911.
You don't call 911, you better peek the brakes off the first.
Right. I ain't gonna say I won't feel threatened. But to me, if somebody had that, if Candice had that knife in Monique's face, I would say that I would feel threatened. But somebody just waving a knife like this while they talking does not threaten me. That does not threaten me.
You don't know when they gonna get up and lodge at you. By the time you do something, the knife is already in your throat.
I'm just sitting back like
that knife ain't doing nothing. That butter knife ain't doing nothing.
I'm just sitting over here. I'm just sitting over here like, okay, y'all. Like, you cannot fight this. You have got to let people say how they feel about a situation. And that's just that. Even if it sounds interesting.
Tiffany, you saying all the sentiments of my heart. Thank you so much. Like
because if somebody whip out a knife and they're directing it towards me, be it a butter, plastic, whatever, that qualifies for a beatdown. I'm sorry.
But she didn't direct it towards her though, Erica.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Like, she somebody again, Candice being Candice knowing that she has production, knowing that she has other people around her, she stood up and went like this to her. Like, that's, I don't know how else I don't understand. And I just don't think that's good. And if
we really have a knife in her hand when she did that.
Okay, we got to bring this to a close because my eye is twitching.
Kev, did she have the knife in her hand?
You talking about at the argument with
Come
Ashley,
on, man.
Right?
You know exactly what we're talking about.
No, I don't.
It was only one time that they had the knife in the infamous.
You talking about with Ashley,
section.
Right?
Yes.
Yes, she.
Yes.
At a point,
I thought you was talking about with Monique.
No, she's talking about with Ashley. That's why I asked. You talking about with Ashley? Eyes twitching, ma'am. It's still twitching.
I'm lost now. Are we talking about Ashley or Monique?
They're still focusing on Candice, but they're talking about the argument she had with Ashley with the knife. That's what they're talking about.
Oh, I thought we was talking about Monique.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are we gonna wrap it up now? Are we gonna?
Oh yes, we have no choice because I'm sitting over here computing, calculating, adding, subtracting, and dividing everything. So listen, listen.
Well, guys, the whole time I thought we were talking about the situation with Monique. I didn't know Tiffany was talking about a whole different situation.
We were talking about Monique for a little bit, and then they went into somebody went on Ashley with the whole argument with the.
But we started, but that's where we started though, Kev. That's where we talked about. Okay. Anywho, Tiff, we gonna have to bring.
I thought Brandon said she had a knife to Monique. I thought that's what Brenda said.
She did at the winery, and then she had a knife at Ashley. Either way, it was two different scenarios where she had a knife in hand, and under no circumstances should that have been permissible to continue on the show because they've allowed it twice. Who's to say the third time someone won't pop off? And it could be with Mia at this point. So yeah, it's not okay.
If not, especially if they call him Wendy as well.
He is back there.
And then like they call Monique aggressive, Wendy aggressive. What is that? What does that mean? Nah, it's not okay.
I'm telling you. I'm so here to tell you, and we're gonna rap. It's because she little. When you are little and you act like that, people overlook what you're doing.
They overlook the bullshit.
They overlook it. But when you are a bigger person, you're the billboard. You're the highlight. If you even flex a little different, people are going to be like, oh, you're aggressive. You're a bully. But when you are a little person and you are over there just mixing it up.
They just want to be heard. They just want to be seen. Yeah, all of that.
To me, that's all of them on the show. All of them are bullies and aggressive. So.
Ownership and accountability is something serious. But y'all have an amazing Chihuahua.
Y'all have a good good vibes only.
Please remind me to. Please remind me.
I don't want nothing like what they got going on over.
No, we already almost had a little sample, but God worked it out. But please remind me to ping Tiffany next week, please. Tiffany 9:30. Please, y'all remind me to grab Tiffany.
Be there or be square, Tiffany. We need you in the building.
We gonna have to ping her. Kev, when is the story time that I dropped? I actually dropped it last week. My crazy family vacation in New York City. It's on all podcast platforms. Kev, when are we dropping your story time?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so you dropping that. Okay. All right. Did you already upload it or is that supposed to happen tonight?
Tonight.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, listen. Thank you, Tiffany. Don't worry. Please, if you don't hear from me by next Tuesday, Tiffany, please remind me. Please, so we can send you an invite. But y'all, make sure you check out Kev's. What's the name of your story time, Kev? For tomorrow, right? Or what is it? what's the oh,
What's the tagline? Like, what's gonna bring people in to listen? Are we still on the air?
I don't even know anymore. Y'all have a fantastic night. I'm trying to sell Kevin's episode right now, but he's not helping me. But y'all have a great night.
My eye is twitching, so I'm not